Hello guys, good morning. How are you doing this morning? I believe your night was splendiferous. Okay, so we are going to be discussing the chapter 1 of The Life Changer as written by Khadijat Abubakar Jali. That is the name of the author of the novel. That is Khadijat Abubakar Jali, the author of the novel The Life Changer. So in this video this morning, we are going to be discussing what happened in chapter 1, and of course I have compiled some questions you are likely to see in the UTME. All right, so as we jump into what we have right now, I will advise you pay proper attention so you can assimilate all that will be said here right now. Now, before we look at the questions compiled already, I want to give you a brief talk on what happened in chapter 1 of The Life Changer as written by Khadijat Abubakar Jali. There's a reason I keep repeating the name of the author because it is usually asked. The author of the novel The Life Changer is they'll give you similar options such as Khadijat Abubakar Jelly Jelli, B. Khadijat Abubakar Jali Jalli, C. Khadija without a C now Abubakar Jali, then D. Khadija Abubakar Jelly. You see that? So it will look very similar, and if you are not careful enough, you may hurriedly pick the wrong answer because it appears very easy. All right, so the correct answer is Khadijat Abubakar Jal. That is Jalli. So that is the name of the author of the novel. Now, what happened in chapter 1 was actually interesting. Now, they were all waiting for daddy to return from work. They were all seated, waiting for their daddy to return from work. So, Beans, which happens to be a very smart child in the family, so she started narrating what happened in class, all right, while they were waiting for their teacher to come teach them. So they were all seated. Then the social study teacher walked in the class, and this teacher has always been known as one who claims he knows it all. Now, somebody who claims he knows it all is best referred to as an encyclopedia or a clever dick. Please take note of that word. Somebody who claims to have known it all is called an encyclopedia or a clever dick. Now, as soon as he entered into the class, the first question he asked was, how do you say good morning in French? How do you say good morning in French? Now, when he asked that question, the class was quiet, and they said the students were quiet without trepidation. Take note of that word, without trepidation, or they were quiet with no trepidation, which means that they were quiet without fear. They were not fearful of the teacher, so they were just quiet. Why were they quiet? I believe they were quiet without trepidation because the social study teacher wasn't the one handling French. All right, so they were just quiet. That's type of attitude is just like to snub the teacher. You understand? So Beans, who is always smart, all right, indicated by raising up a hand, and the teacher said, "Okay." Now she said, "How? Okay, for you to say or saying good morning in French is bonjour. So bonjour means good morning in French." And the social study teacher said, "That is good. Trust me, Beans is always smart." She then asked, "Sir, how do you say that is good in French. Oh God. She then asked the teacher, how do you say that is good in French? What happens? The social study teacher became speechless. He was stuck for words. He could not tell, he could not answer Bean's question. What happened? He bolted out of the class. Now, what does it mean? What does it mean for him to have bolted out? It means he walked out. And as soon as he walked out, he went to the French auntie. So the auntie they now came in and they now asked her, "How do you say good more? That is good in French." Though I'm not a French teacher, but I can try. It is called "c'est bien." C'est bien. That is good in French. You understand? Now, after all that has been said, Bint was a kind of asking the mom, why will a teacher try to put himself where he does not belong? Why would a teacher try to behave as though he or she knows it all? Now the mother rebuked her, saying that it is not right for her to be having that kind of mindset. After all, teachers in general have that kind of attitude, you understand? So please take note of this word. The social study teacher was called the Mendelssohn. At which of the following characters in a life changer was referred to as Mendelssohn? It is the social study teacher. And the social study teacher was named Malam Salihu. Mallam Salihu, Salihu. The name of the social study teacher was Malam Salihu. So that was what happened in the first phase. Now, while all this was going on, the place they were seated became stuffy. So Jamila, which happens to be the immediate sister of Tima. All right, so let me give you let me list the names of the woman's children. Oma, all right, Oma is the first child and the only male child in the family. The second one is Tima. Tima is the second child and the first female child in the family. The third one is Jamila. Jamila is the third born and the second female child. And the last born is Bint. And take note, Bint was 5 years old. Bint was 5 years old. And Oma was 18 years old. Do not forget that. And that reminds me, as while this discussion was going on, of course, Omar walked in looking so happy. He was elated. He was so happy, saying that yes, I've made it. That was the exclamation. Yes, I have made it. Then Tima, who is always antagonizing Omar, said, "My friend, shut up. What has happened this time?" So that word got Omar pissed off to an extent. All right, he was a kind of angry, and then I asked what happened. He said he has made his WAEC. He passed WAEC. How many credits did he get in WAEC? He had 7 credits. It has been asked how many credits together with mathematics and English language did Omar get. He had 7 credits all together. He said that he made his SSCE. Listen, oh, he made his SSE by no means a small feat. Listen, oh, he made his SSCE by no means a small feat. They would ask you, according to Omar, he made his SSE by no means a small feat. What does that mean? It means that he made an excellent performance at his first attempt. Do you understand that? So it means that he made his first he made his first excellent performance at his first attempt, or he did achieve good grades. Yes, he did achieve good grades in his SSE at his first attempt. That is the meaning of that is having good grades in WAEC by no means a small feat. All right. It also means that he had excellent grades after putting in so much what commitment into studies. So please take note of that expression. Omar said he he did uh, he did had 7 credits in SSE, by no means a small feat. Please, oh, please take note of that expression. By no means a small feat. And please take note that Omar had 230 in JAMB. That was his JAMB score. He had 230 in JAMB. So when the place became stuffy, all right, they were kind of sweating. So Jamila, take note of that. Jamila was the one that suggested that they should go sit under the mango tree. So they all left where they were seated and they went to the mango tree. While they were heading there, white plastic chairs were already there. So Jamila and Beans took pieces of clothing and started cleaning the chairs. They'll ask you, as they were walking or as they got to the mango tree, who were the ones cleaning the chairs? They can ask funny questions you will not even expect them to ask. They are the questions you always see. So it was it were Beans and Jamila that cleaned the white plastic chairs with pieces of clothing. Please take note of that. And again, that reminds me, I just remembered something. While Omar came rejoicing or shouting, "Yes, I have made it." In what dress was he in? He was in blue jeans and white shirt. He was in blue jeans and white shirt. You don't say he was on a blue jeans and white shirt. No, he was in a blue jeans and white shirt. Hope that is clear. So as soon as they got to the mango tree, they were all seated. Bean said he wanted Zobo. He wanted Zobo. All right. So it was Omar. Omar, there's this, I don't know how to put it now. Omar feels he already had money, so he could pay for anything. He requested for 5 bottles of Zobo. All right, don't forget that it was Beans in the first place that said that she wanted Zobo. Then Jamila was the one that Omar told to go and get 5 bottles of Zobo. Now, when Omar said he was going to pay for the Zobo, what happens? Tima again. Tima is always fond of attacking Omar. Yes, he's always fond of attacking Omar. At every time Omar speaks up, she always attacks Omar, saying this and that. So that was why Omar referred Tima as Bladdermouth. Take note of that. Okay, take note of all these names. Okay, so Omar called Tima a Bladdermouth, spelled Bladdermouth, Bladdermouth. So Omar was the one that called Tima Bladdermouth. Okay, but at the end of it all, it was their mother that then paid for the Zobo. It was the mother that paid for the Zobo. Hope that is clear and it is understood. So while the discussion was still going on, there was a statement that was made. He said that, let me try to remember the statement. Beans, Omar so much loved beans. Do you understand? Omar so much loved beans. And the mother says that they said that no one, listen, no one dares frown at how was it put again? Oh god. Okay, so no one dares frowns at the intransigent nature of beans. No one dares frowns at the intransigent nature of beans. Why? Because whenever Oma is with Beans, Oma wouldn't want anybody to scold Beans, whether she's right or wrong about something. Please take note the word intransigence. Intransigence means unwillingness to change one's views concerning something. Intransigence means unwillingness to change one's views concerning something, right? And another word was used in the chapter 1 of the life changer called didactic. Didactic means to be instructive, all right? It means to be instructive. Somebody who loves instructing people a lot, such person is what? Didactic. And a person who does not like to that is to see truth, or to see or to look into the opinions of people, all right, he or she feels hers is always the best. So such person is what? Is intransigence in nature. Okay, he or she is unwilling to change his views concerning something. All right, so please take note of that. So please let me ask you this question. I don't know if you have read it. What was the promise the daddy made to Oman regarding his WAEC or regarding his JAMB? Please, he promised Omar a smartphone. He told Omar that if he could pass WAEC and WAEC and JAMB, he would buy him, or he would get him a smartphone. The promise he made to Omar was a smartphone. It was a smartphone. So please take note of, you see the way it is going now, it is very easy. Now once we are done analyzing everything here, we are going to be looking at the questions we have compiled already. Now the mother said she enters into the room of her children for two major reasons, or for two reasons. She enters into the room of her children unannounced. She enters into the room of her children, or she barged into the room of her children unannounced for two reasons. One, to keep them on their toes, where issues of hygiene was of great importance. Now, she enters into their room unannounced to check if they keep being hygienic, or if their room is always what? Neat. And the second one was they always keep her, or they keep themselves company. So these were the two reasons why she enters their room unannounced. So please take note of that very well. So please, the community, or the name of the community where the mother comes from is called Lafayette. 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 Please take note of the spelling. It is a double T, then E, not a single T. It is a double T. The name of the community where the mother comes from is called Lafayette. Very, very important. Lafayette's community. That is where she comes from. Now, please, there was a part when I was reading this novel that got me attracted. She said that her children loves to call her mommy. That is Mummy. Her children loves to call her mommy. All right, but in a village where she come from, you don't say Kim. Where she come from, they usually address their mother as mama. All right, where she comes from, that is in the village, they usually address their mother as mama. You understand? But in the house at home, she is called Umi. Please take note of this. Now, these are the parts you feel they will bring questions from this part. According to the author, how do the children address their mother in the village? According to the author, how do the children address their mother in the village? A. Mommy. B. Umi. C. Mama. D. Mom. See, they will bring it like that and you'll be confused. I take it again. She said that her children prefer calling her mommy, but the village where she comes from, the children prefer calling their mother mama. But in the house or at home, she is being called Umi, that is UMMI. And please, in Arabic, Umi is translated as my mother. All right, Umi is translated as my mother. Do you understand? Umi is translated as what? My mother, all right? But to everybody else, it is, she is being called mommy. She is being called mommy. To everybody else, she is being called mommy. And Umi in Arabic is translated as my mother. At home, she prefers being she is being called Umi. In the village where she comes from, the children call their mother Mama. Do you understand? And at home, the children generally call her mommy. All right, so please, this is all about chapter 1 of the life changer. Please take note of that. It is very, very important. You can see what I've written down. All right, so just now we are going to analyze the questions carefully. Now, the first question here says, Bint was dash old and she was the last born. All right, I told that Bint was 5 years old. Number 2, Omar was the first child and the only male child in the family. I did say that. Number 3, who was described as the meddlesome, the social studies teacher. Number 4, who asked, how do you say good morning in French? Answer, the social studies teacher. Number 5, who asked, how do you say that is good in French? There's a mistake here. I typed it wrongly here. It ought to have been is. Who asked, how do you say that is good in French? It was asked by Bint, the smart girl. Okay, number 6, Umi in Arabic is translated as my mother. You see the options? My mommy, my mom, my mother. All right. So number seven explains everything regarding it. I read, in a community, every child calls their mother mama. You listen. I said that. Her children calls her mommy, but at home she is called mom. At home, she is called mom. Umi means mommy incidentally. Oma prefers to call her mom, but she was Umi to everybody else. Number 8, the name of the social study teacher was Malam Salihu. I said that before. The name of the social study teacher was Malam Salihu. Number 9, French was rated second in terms of what languages. Yeah, French is rated second, whether in the novel or what have you. French is rated second in terms of what languages. Number 10, she enters a room. There's a miss. She enters their room based on 2 reasons. One, to keep them on their toes based on their hygiene, and they used to keep themselves company. I said that before. Number 11, great affinity existed between Bint and Omar. Yeah, I tell you that Omar loves Bint so much that no one dares to frown at Bint's intransigence. Okay. Number 12, didactic, I said that before, means instructive, while intransigence means unwillingness. All right, another word was used, which I just remembered. The word is belligerent. Belligerent means aggressive. combative, um, okay, aggressive, combative. Yes, these are the two major words. That the other words that are synonymous to the word belligerent. But belligerent means aggressive, combative. Take note of that. Okay. Now 12. Tima was the second child, Oman's immediate younger sister, and the first female child. I said that before. Number 13. Oman was 18 years old and was given admission. Good, I didn't mention this. When he was admitted by JAMB, he was given law to study in Congo's campus of Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. All right, so Omar was 18 years old and was given admission to study law at Congo campus of Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. He got 230 in JAMB and 7 credits in WAEC. I said that before. Number 14, Tima was described blood amount by Omar. Omar would prefer being called my land good. I did not say this. Now, when he came back looking so excited, because he already had got good grades in WAEC, all right, so he became pompous. He was feeling pompous, all right, that they should start calling him my learned brother. But in the school, he's been called my learned colleagues. But he said because he's at home, he cannot be called a colleague, so he's been called my learned brother. That boy, my learned brother, was the name he prefers calling at home. All right. By his sisters, except Beans. He said that Beans could call him whatever she wishes to call him. But you see, as for Tima and Jamila, they should be calling him my learned brother. 15. This is called running before learning to crawl. This was said by Tima. So this statement was made to Omar. Take note of that, or to Omar. Their father was supposed to study law. Yeah, their father was supposed to study law, but he ended up studying accounting. Take note of that. 18. Jamila suggested that they should sit under the mango tree. White plastic chairs were already there, and it was Jamila and Beans that cleaned the chairs. I said that before. 19. Beans was the one that requested Zobo. Omar said he was going to pay for it. But it was their mother that eventually paid for the Zobo. Take note of that. Number 20, their mother's community was Lafayette, a double T-E. So I believe you did enjoy the chapter 1 of the life changer. Before the day runs out, or by tomorrow, I shall be uploading the chapter 2 of the novel. Do have a wonderful day.